Vera was a young woman who got married to a motorbike courier in Siaya. At first, she didn't see his drinking as a problem because he laughed and played a lot with her while drunk, and they made sweet love. Then came the children, Eliza, Ruby, Jane, and Sarah, all girls. Stephen hit the bottle harder, blaming Vera for not giving birth to boys. Vera, why do you give birth to girls? We've 4 girls in a row, he cried. It's the will of God, she said softly. Nonsense. God didn't sleep with you. I want boys, he shouted, his words slurred with alcohol. Their marriage became a battleground. Enough is enough. Go away with your stinking girls. I don't want to see your children in my house, he thundered. Where do I go with your children? Vera asked, trembling. You can go to the moon with them. I don't care, he barked. That was the day Vera left the village with her daughters. She settled in Kisumu and worked as a hotel waitress, barely surviving. Some days she felt like abandoning her children, but love restrained her. Despite the hardships, Vera taught her daughters to be self-reliant and to work hard in school. Her lessons bore fruit. Eliza became a lawyer, Ruby a contractor, Jane a doctor, and Sarah a high school principal. They were the pride of Kisumu, shining to show their mother's light. Meanwhile, back in the village, Stephen married another woman who bore him 2 girls. Ironically, she was worse than Vera, lazy and careless. His life became torment, and he drank even more to numb the pain. His new wife eventually left him, and Stephen found himself alone, haunted by regret. Desperate, he began searching for Vera. He found her in a Kisumu hotel, looking vibrant and proud. What do you want? She snapped. I've come to see my children, he said with teary, bloodshot eyes. No, you aren't wanted here. You're stinking of alcohol, she said coldly. I'm sorry. I never knew what came over me. It must have been the devil's work. Don't blame the devil, blame yourself, Vera replied. Stephen left, broken and penniless. His motorbike business had collapsed, and he was reduced to a village outcast. Meanwhile, Vera's fortunes had changed. Her 4 daughters ensured she lacked nothing. They visited her every month, driving luxury cars and showering her with gifts and money. Vera finally lived in comfort, with house helps, a large compound, and everything she desired. On weekends, the family gathered in her veranda, sipping juice and reminiscing about their painful past. Mama, you are our pillar, Eliza said, smiling. We're what we are because of you, added Ruby. Vera's eyes glistened with gratitude. Sometimes I almost abandoned you, she said softly, but God gave me strength. You are a woman of steel, Sarah replied. Vera smiled and said, I'd be a laughingstock like your father if I had. When her daughters left each visit, she felt like she was living a dream, a woman reborn from struggle to triumph. Meanwhile, Stephen's life worsened. He lived alone in a collapsing mud house, consumed by poverty and loneliness. He even visited witch doctors to restore his family, but nothing worked. One night, Jane dreamed of her father crying in darkness. Troubled, she shared it with her sisters, who agreed to visit him. Mama, we want to visit father, Jane said. No, I don't want to see that man, Vera replied angrily. He's still our father, Jane reasoned. Let bygones be bygones, Sarah added. Eventually, Vera agreed reluctantly. Ruby drove the convoy of sleek cars to the village, drawing crowds of amazed villagers. Even girls can change a homestead, they whispered. Stephen, weak and humbled, stood outside his hut as his family arrived. Tears streamed down his face. Please forgive me, he sobbed. Father, let bygones be bygones, Sarah said warmly. Vera stood apart, her face hard. I came for them to see you, not for reunion, she said. Mama, forgive father, please, Ruby pleaded. I'm not part of this discussion, Vera murmured. Mama, we weren't there when you 2 married. Spare us your quarrels, said Sarah. It wasn't a quarrel, it was hell, Vera retorted. Mistakes are human, and forgiveness is godly, Ruby said gently. A divided family falls apart, added Sarah. Vera's heart softened as she listened. Her daughters had become wise, compassionate women. the very opposite of the bitterness she had once known. Slowly she turned to Stephen, her eyes filled with tears. "I forgive you," she whispered. The family embraced, their laughter echoing through the village. The reunion was not just of a family, but of healing, love, and redemption, a story of a mother's endurance, daughter's triumph, and a man's repentance.